So this is a VR. Oh, hello everyone. I've never done any of these challenges before. So this is a first for me. And this is the gratitude challenge for 2021. This is a VR2 Gens Science to Soul Transformation. And I found this through Sadhana. You guys can know her as Integrated Healing with Sadhana. And I feel pulled to do this challenge because I feel gratitude is something that it comes and goes for me. And for me, gratitude ultimately is really experience for me in the present moment. It's not when we are planning things in the future, um, when we are anxious, when we are mourning the past. Gratitude for me is really felt in the present. And it really helps put me in the present moment. And for me, the present moment is eternity. If you really go deep enough, there is this sense of timelessness. And within that, there's love, gratitude, and peace. And so I really kind of want to set my intention for uh, this challenge, even though I'm really late to it. Um, I think this is supposed to be like day 2, but for me, I'm just gonna do it because I feel whether I'm late or not, you can never be late or early for gratitude. So that's just my take on it. But yeah. So for this challenge, I think I'm going to stick with a deck that I have worked with a bit. Um, and it's the Osho Zen Tarot. This is the guidebook. These are cards. Some of you guys may know it. And this deck is it's a very interesting deck. It's a loosely based RWS deck, and it's a deck that I actually had a hard time connecting with. Uh, I find this deck to be really spiritual, if I want to say that. I hate using that word sometimes because it's so general, but um, there is this Buddhist uh, teachings around the deck, and that's what it's called, a transcendental game of Zen. So yeah, but this deck for me, when I'm doing multiple card readings, it doesn't quite. For some reason, I'm challenged by it, and I find it more effective when I just pull a card. And I thought, wow, that's actually going to be great for pulling a card for each day in this gratitude challenge. So, um, so any of you guys can follow me doing this. I really hope I finish this. Forgot how long it is. I think it's about like a month long. I think 31 days or 30 days. But yeah, so let me go ahead and pull a card for myself. For today. All right. And we have one that just fell out. And we have playfulness. And I believe this is the Knight of Wands. And that's a nice card to start off for me. So let's I want to go ahead and read you guys this guidebook because I actually really like this guidebook. I don't always read guidebooks from every deck, but this one I definitely do. I definitely do. Okay, so playfulness. Life is rarely as serious as we believe it to be. And when we face this fact, it responds by giving us more and more opportunities to play. The woman in this card is celebrating the joy of being alive, like a butterfly that has emerged from its chrysalis into the promise of the light. She reminds us of the time when we were children, discovering seashells on the beach or building castles in the sand without any concern that the waves might come and wash them away in the next moment. Wow, that sentence just puts me in a playful mood. It makes me smile. She knows that life is a game, and she's playing the part of a clown right now, with no sense of embarrassment or pretense. I love that. Now, I don't want to do a deck review, okay? But for me, aesthetically, this deck is not my taste at all. And I'm really big on aesthetics, to be honest. I know I shouldn't be. Scratch that. I feel I miss out on the essence of a deck um, because of aesthetics, but it's really hard for me. I feel like maybe I'll do a video about that. Where sometimes I feel the concept or the energy of a deck is great. And I feel like that's what's really important for me in a tarot oracle deck. But this, sometimes the aesthetic just really just um, makes me not connect or want to connect with the deck. But this deck, I feel like with this card and what was written on this first page, I feel like it doesn't connect with me. And I just realized that that is probably one of the reasons why I have trouble connecting with this deck, and it's really challenging for me because the content and the visual illustration, it's not in sync. They don't really, uh, the work of art own perspective is to express the content, express the emotions, express the energy. And although I do feel this playful energy from this card, obviously, in this very whimsical and carefree energy, there's just so much in this guidebook that energetically that I just feel like this misses out on, and oftentimes I feel like maybe I should just treat this guidebook as an oracle. It just randomly, run my finger to the pages and pick one. But, with respect to the deck and the creator and everything, um, I do still shuffle and I will still pull this as it continues gratitude challenge. But I feel like I just wanted to note that there because I just realized that. But that was a really beautiful passage right there. Um, and before I reflect with you guys on this, let me just read you the next page. The moment you start seeing life as non serious, a playfulness, all the burden on your heart disappears. All the fear of death, of life, of love, everything disappears. One starts living with a very light weight or almost no weight. So weightless one can fly in the open sky. Zen's greatest contribution is to give you an alternative to the serious man. The serious man has made the world. The serious man has made all the religions. He has created all the philosophies, all the cultures, all the moralities. Everything that exists around you is a creation of the serious man. That reminds me of The Businessman, if you guys know the book The Little Prince. Um, that reminds me of that archetype. Uh, Zen has dropped out of the serious world. It has created a world of its own, which is very playful, full of laughter, where even great masters behave like children. I love that. And I feel like that's such a good point right there, that last bit, where even great masters behave like children. I feel I feel a lot, even with myself, and I see that outside too. Not all gurus or masters are really serious, but there is almost this, with the Hierophant card, supposedly being this guru card, a teacher card, there is this seriousness vibe from the card. I don't believe, I believe there are probably some decks. I can't think of any that portray the Hierophant as maybe a little more light, but I don't think any of them really portray the Hierophant as a playful archetype. And I just find that really interesting. And I think it just talks about how there is almost this correlation between being a master or being a spiritual guru or even just spirituality itself and having to be serious, you know? When in reality, this all is an illusion. This all doesn't exist. And that is where this playful energy comes from. Um, is where you don't take it so seriously. And therefore you're able to enjoy this experience. Um, and maybe possibly make the most out of it. And the interesting with playing is you are creating. Play is a form of creation. I mean, it's probably synonymous with each other, right? Those two words, play and creation. And the masters, supposedly, I mean, supposedly if you're a master, for instance, I guess it depends on your belief system. But I feel like there is this, I don't know who this is by, but I know this is a widely known quote where it says, "You are a spiritual being having a human experience." So there is a sense that you are a creator. Everyone is a creator. And you can see it in the description here that the serious man has created religions, he has created philosophies, moralities, structure. But on the other hand, there are other creators who are playful, who are a bit, maybe nonsensical and carefree. And what really distinguishes them apart? Are they the same archetype, just expressed in extremes? Uh, I don't know. It's really interesting. I really love this book because it has just really profound points. And I don't know if I ever apologized or warned you guys about the background noise. I'm really sorry. I can't help it, but I hope my words or what I'm saying distracts you from that. But yeah, I feel really, I love this guidebook. It just really touches on really good points. I just really wished, sorry I'm complaining again, but I just really wish the imagery just did it more for me and I got more of that energy from the card. But wow, that's really loud. That's really loud. Um but yeah, so yeah, so for me it's just reminding myself to play. And if you guys can see this clown, the overalls he's wearing is transparent. And so, as people may see this as indecent, other people may see this as like authenticity, as honesty, being carefree, not worrying about the judgment of others or societal standards. I mean, and even his arms are, or her arms, who, you know, they're disappearing. They're coming into light. And in that sense, he's creating joy. Play is creating joy, and there's a sense of him or her being so in the moment that they are almost in this transcendental state, it looks like. I mean, without him being in a ritual, sorry, without, if you put off, or he or she put off their clown makeup, this could very much look like, a celebratory ritualistic dance. So it's interesting. I will say with this deck, I do get stuff from the imagery. I just don't think it translates with the profound, there's certain tone with the guidebook. You guys let me know if you guys also feel the same about that too. Um, there's just something about the translation between the visual and the written work that I don't know. I feel to me maybe I need to do a separate video on that. But so how does it relate to me? How does this relate to gratitude? Um, well, actually, I think this is one of the most. This is actually a really great card to come up, because gratitude comes naturally when we are creating and in that state of playfulness, in the state of play. I'm just getting memories of me as a child, not even just as a child, but in those moments I'm in this space. Um, and that makes me think of the questions like, do I, is play the expression of gratitude? Or is it the result of gratitude? Or is it both? You know? And maybe this is also a reminder for me to not take this so seriously, this gratitude challenge, you know? And I feel like, I just feel like, for me, I feel like 2020, I know it's over. I know we're on 2021, but I feel like I need to talk about it. But I feel like 2020, I feel like there was such a seriousness to it. And there are moments I was playful, definitely. But I don't see myself. It was really hard for me to be grateful. Let's just say, I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be completely transparent. I it was pretty serious, and not even just that year. You know what I mean? But 2020 has been a bit, yeah, a bit heavy. Bit I was a bit of a serious man, I would say. Um, but it's almost like, you know, if you guys know Liz Green, she is like a world renowned, famous astrologist, specifically psychological astrology. And I believe it's in her astrological sun book, on Amazon. She talks about this concept of play, and specifically the state of play, and how when we play, we enter a sense of timelessness. And I was just talking about that, guys, before I even pulled the card, right? Or did I mention that? I don't know. I don't know. What is time? I don't even have no memory of it. But I just, yeah. The book, that part of the book is just something I really remembered about it. And I feel like it was hard for me and probably hard for a lot of people. Maybe not so, but for me, it was hard to kind of, in a sense, ignore the world. And that's what Liz Green talked about. Um, she put it a lot more eloquently, but when we play, we in a sense are ignoring the world, or we're distancing ourselves from the world, detaching ourselves from the world, and we're almost creating a space for ourselves. We are creating a space for ourselves. And in a sense, it's a very sacred space, you know, um, when we're creating and playing. And it's also contagious too. But it depends who you are around, who's around you. If you're on the serious men or women, um, if there's energy, it's really hard sometimes. And I feel for some people, that environment, like 2020, could actually motivate you to become more playful. You know, you could make the most of it, make an opportunity to be more playful. And so that's what I'm really realizing right now in 2020 is that as much as all the things were going on in the world, I could have used it as a motivation, as a fire to become more playful. And so, you know, why am I taking this so seriously? Why are we taking this so seriously, right? So, these are just my thoughts, guys. I, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You guys let me know. If you guys get anything else from this card, you guys can write it down in the comments. But yeah, and I just want to say thank you to Jen and Sadhana for introducing me to this challenge. I just find it really important, and um, I apologize in advance if I don't finish, but I love not feeling any pressure of it. Um, but this card is, you know, really telling me not to take this so seriously and just have fun with it and enjoy it. So that is my intention. This is a reminder for me. Um, and yeah, I really love that. Uh, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my little reflective rambling. But yeah, so let me guys know what you guys thought. And I hope I will be back for the next challenge, which is tomorrow. I don't know if it's number 1 or 2. I guess I'll just do this as number 1. But yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much. And I'll hopefully see you guys back next time. All right. Take care.